I build my social media marketing agency to tens of thousands of dollars a month, not because I have the best service in the game, but because I'm unapologetically me. Look, here's the truth. The reason I'm able to stand out in a sea of competition is because I'm shameless. I'm not afraid to be myself. Too many of you are stuck following rigid, optimized sales script to try to get new clients. But you're forgetting the most important thing. People buy from you because they like you. Your personality radiates trust. And that's what matters most in sales and growing an agency. You might have the best service, the best prices in the game, but if nobody trusts you, nobody's gonna buy it. They're gonna think you're full of shit. The most important factor in being able to close someone, right, to your marketing agency is that trust. That's why you gotta build an emotional connection with them. How do you do that? Well, showcasing your personality, right? Being a friend with them. People buy with people. They don't buy because I have the superior service or because I have the better prices. People buy into me because they like me who I am. People buy into Tesla because they like Elon Musk, right? SpaceX, right? It's like a personality cult, right? I want people to buy from me because I'm me, not because I freaking followed a rigid, optimized sales script, try to convince this guy to buy with me or this woman. No, and that authenticity builds trust. The secret to growing your agency to tens of thousands of dollars a month isn't about scripts or fancy sales tactics. It's about being real, authentic. I built my business to where I'm at based on my personality. Stop being a robot reading just scripts. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you why it's key to have a strong personality to stand out with your SMMA and making more sales in the very beginning. No, I'm not saying that you're going to be shameless and thick-skinned like me. All I'm saying is be yourself. I'm shameless by nature. I'm not afraid to showcase my handsomeness in sales call or using my charm, right? That's who I am as an individual. I'm not telling you to go and seduce every freaking woman on a prospect sales call to try to buy your agency service. I'm just telling you, be yourself. There's 3 key things I want to talk about in this video related to SMMA and how you can incorporate your personality into different areas of your SMMA business to make a fortune. The first thing I want to talk about is, I guess, SMMA in today's world. It's very saturated, right? It's harder than ever to stand out because there's millions of agency owners. There's agency owners in India willing to offer the same services as you, same prices, same guarantees at a fraction of the price. The issue with SMMA, or I guess the blessing in disguise, you can say as well, is that it has a very low barrier to entry and there's huge upside potential. But because of this, well, anybody can really start this business. That's the reason why it's so popular, you can say, with a lot of young men. But the issue is, if you want to start an agency, well, you're really battling against the tides, right? It's an uphill battle if you want to start an agency today because there's millions of others already trying to make it work. Business owners today have been already burned by the same offers, the same guarantees, right, from these newbie agency owners. If you want to grow as an agency, you got to deviate from what the flock is doing. And this is the issue. As a new agency owner, right, in today's world, where do you get your information from? YouTube. You go on YouTube, you search how to grow an SMMA in 2024, 2025, right, and beyond. You're getting the same cold outreach scripts millions of others are getting. This is a reality, right? That the video that you're watching that's telling you that, oh, this is a brand new a cold outreach script that nobody has done. Guess what? No, it's not. Everybody's looking at that video because it's a public video. Anything you've done, millions of other people already tried before. So it's harder than ever to stand out in this crowded marketplace. Everyone's using the same cold outreach scripts, the same content styles for their personal brand, and the same growth strategies as millions of other agency owners. If you want to stand out, you gotta stop following the flock of sheep. Branding isn't just about your logo, your website. It's about showcasing your personality. Be bold. Marketing is about catching people's attention. And if you're playing it safe with the same cold outreach scripts millions of others are using, the same content styles that millions of others are doing, right, you're gonna blend in. So ask yourself, if you have no clients, if you haven't reached $10,000 a freaking month, what do you have to lose to try something different? Talk to your clients like if they're real humans, not freaking robots and numbers. The only way you stand out in a crowded marketplace is by being yourself. Just stop being robotic. Stop following these freaking highly rigid, optimized sales scripts to cold outreach scripts. Be yourself. Look for ways that you can deviate from the norm, right? If you got a script from YouTube, try to figure out how you can use that script to blend it in with your personality. Maybe you're vulgar, right? Maybe say F you at the end of the script. That will get people's attention, right? It might not be the most polite way to get people's attention, but like, you can be like, oops, it was a typo, but you still got their attention. Okay, you just gotta find ways to freaking stand out. Like, for example, something I used to do at the very beginning, I used to send pictures of me, right? Like a selfie, kind of like a thirst trap. And I'm like, oops, I didn't mean to send that to them. But it worked. They got people to freaking read the fucking sales script. So you just gotta think about what can you do to really stand out in a crowded marketplace. Okay, if you're not vulgar, don't do freaking bad words, right? If you're not shameless, like me just send like selfies, don't send selfies. Just try to figure something out just to be able to deviate from what everybody's doing, because if you don't deviate from what people are doing, you're gonna blend in. Also, when building your personal brand for your agency, right, the content you're posting on Instagram and YouTube, don't play it safe. Play around a bit with the content you're doing. Experiment with the wordings you use, right? That's what marketing is all about, right? There's like a saying in the marketing world: it's better to be loved and hated to be ignored. If people are talking shit about you, you're doing good. If people are saying good things about you, you're doing good. But if people don't know who you are, that's where you're doing bad, right? That's what marketing is all about. You gotta find a way to really stand out, be bold. That's how you win. That's how you're gonna grow your agency, especially in the very beginning. It's very easy to freaking go on Canva, Adobe Express, build a stupid graphic design talking about marketing skills, like marketing advice. But guess what? Everybody else is also doing that. Every other agency owner in the freaking industry is also freaking posting graphic designs of marketing advice for their niche. No, you gotta stand out. You gotta do something different from the flock. Do videos, right? Show yourself in camera. It might be a little daunting at first, but I can assure you that people are gonna be attracted to who you are as a personality, right? People are gonna trust you more. A piece of advice I would give you is to be yourself, but be your most extreme version of yourself, okay? When it comes to your personality and the content you're posting now, right? Because when it comes to marketing, you can't be bland. So for example, like the other day, I was planning on a video to post for my Instagram, right? And I wanted to call out people on how they didn't know what the hell they were doing when it comes to like marketing, right? I was gonna take it, I guess, to a conservative notch, but I was like, dude, if I'm a little conservative in how I'm talking on camera, right, people might get the idea, right, but they're gonna pay attention. But if I'm extreme, if I'm like, your freaking content creation strategy is trash, you don't know what you're doing, go back to school. Okay, people are gonna hear, like, what the fuck, like, what's going on here? Okay, so you gotta be a bit extreme. And that's what I did. I was extreme in that video, and it got me a whole bunch of shares, a whole bunch of views, right? Because I could have took the conservative edge. Hey guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, the content you're posting out might not be the most ideal when it comes to like social media. No, I was like, this is freaking bland. I'm gonna be ignored. In a crowded marketplace, you can't be ignored. You gotta be bold, you gotta stand out, okay? But look, I'm saying, this is who I am as an individual. Okay, I'm a bit shameless, I'm a bit extreme when it comes to the way I talk. That's who I am. Don't change who you are as an individual, try to like satisfy somebody else's personality. Don't change who you are, okay? Just be yourself, but be your most extreme version of yourself. It makes sense. And guys, there's no right personality type. Obviously, if you're more extroverted than you're introverted, well, the extroverted will take more of the initiative to make the video type of content, right? To get more clients, right? Maybe he'll have a better, I guess, chance, I guess, in the long term to grow an agency, right? But it doesn't mean that the person that's introverted can't grow. Of course they can grow, right? It might be a little more difficult to go out their comfort zone and make those videos, right? But equally, both, no matter the personality, still have the chance to grow, right, with their agency. And I have a very good example that's applicable to this. I have two clients in Texas. On one hand, I do the marketing for a client that's very shameless. He's not afraid to like be controversial when it comes to like the marketing we do for them. For this other client, she's a woman. She's very reserved, very timid, very authentic. Both still make a fortune, right? They both sell a ton of furniture. That's why I work with furniture stores. Both were authentic in their own way, and both built strong, lasting relationship with their clients. The one that's flamboyant, very vulgar, very shameless, you can say, that client of mine, he attracts those type of people, right? That's what people love about him, right? His personality, that strong personality. When people go to the shy, timid, authentic person, they go with them because they love how she is as an individual, as a human being, right? The emotional connection they build with them. So there's no right or wrong personality. You can win with either personality, even if they're polar opposites, polar extremes. But the most important thing is here, showcase your personality. The second thing I want to talk about are sales calls for your agency, and how it's also important to be yourself in these sales calls, right? To convince these people that you're the right fit to help them achieve X goal, right, with your services. In the first part of this video, we talked about how it's important to stand out, right, from the pack, right? You can't be doing what everybody else is doing, right? And how you do that will obviously being yourself, whether it's with the cold outreach scripts, whether it's with the content creation, right, your personal branding. Now that we're getting people on these sales calls, it's also very important to take these people through a process, but also showcase your personality, because that's what people buy from you at the end of the day. There's a saying in the business world, right? People buy with emotions and later justify with logic. You might have the best pricing, the best offers, or the best services, the best guarantees, but people don't trust you and they think you're full of shit. They won't buy from you. People want to buy from someone that is a good human being, right? They feel like an emotional connection from. That's the reason why you can't be so robotic. You gotta be human. Don't forget the human element. When it comes to sales calls, don't be afraid to joke around here and there, right? And relation to your personality. If you're not a jokester, the joke around. I want you to break the ice and show your true self. You don't have to keep it ultra professional all the time. Sure, you could ask them the typical Q&A questions, right? To make sure that they understand that they're in pain and you're the only one that can help them. But on top of that, you also gotta be friendly outside of the professional arena, okay? They gotta feel like they're talking to a friend, not a freaking robot. Yes, you might answer all their worries. You're gonna help them with their business. They understand that. Right? But they don't want to talk to a freaking robot. They want to talk to a human. They want to feel like a human's helping them. Sure, industry to industry, you got to be a bit careful. But once you build that rapport, let your guard down, let their guard down, and treat the call like you're talking to a friend. Clients trust you when they feel comfortable, and they won't buy from someone they feel is just another business. Let me give you a bit of context on how you can incorporate your personality into your sales calls. Let's start with me. I'm a shameless individual. Something I would do is, let's say I have a sales call at 4 p.m. today. Okay, before I hop on this call, I want to study this guy beforehand. Okay, I look on his Facebook profile, I see this guy is Mexican. I can assume he's about 30, 35 years old. Okay, and I start to associate things. Okay, he's Mexican, 35 years old, let's say. He probably likes soccer. He probably likes alcohol. Okay, probably likes tacos. He probably likes to dance in like Mexican bailes. Okay, so I started to think about, okay, what are things that this guy probably likes? And I try to be a chameleon. Try to consume as much information as I can about this person. Try to mold my personality, my, I guess, interest, you can say in a way, to be desirable for him as a friend. Okay, because that's what I want to be, as a friend, right? But I also don't want to be fake. Okay, so I don't try to be a chameleon with things I don't understand. For example, like I know this guy probably likes alcohol, but I stopped drinking years ago. Okay, so that's not something I would try to mimic. I wouldn't talk about alcohol in the sales call. I would talk about things that, okay, he likes this, I also like this, but maybe I like a different soccer team than he likes. Maybe he likes the rival soccer team that I like. So, but I know that if I like the competition soccer team, he's probably not gonna come with me. So I try to, I do like a, I don't know if it's called a white light or black light. I forget what it is, but I try to pretend that I like his soccer team. So this is how I kind of mold myself into chameleon, to be based around what he likes. So when we hop on a sales call and he figures out, oh my God, he's like me. He likes the same soccer team I me. He likes tacos like me. We're building that trust, right? He's starting to trust me more, right? You can't be fake. You obviously gotta be authentic. That's the reason I'm not mimicking him liking alcohol, because I stopped liking alcohol. But this isn't a way that I go about sales calls. If I'm hopping on a sales call with somebody that's fat, okay, that's a reality. I look at that. Okay, this guy looks he looks like he's 500 pounds. Okay, I try to have food next to me. Okay, I know sounds like, what the fuck, bro? What do you mean food next to you? That's why sometimes I hop on a freaking sales call with a hamburger. Because like maybe like this guy probably likes hamburger, right? Because first impressions really matter. That's kind of how a shameless person would go about this, right? Okay, maybe you're not shameless. Maybe you're timid. Maybe you're authentic. Okay, showcase that in the sales call. Okay, try to figure out things that you could probably have in common. Okay, what do you have in common with this guy? Okay, this guy is what, in his 30s? Okay, okay, he likes to drink. I don't like to drink. He likes to play soccer. I don't like to play soccer. Shit. What do I bring to the table that we can maybe, I guess, maybe the love for church, God. Talk about God in the sales call as well. Like, oh, do you also like going to church? Yeah, I like to go to church. Oh, you also like going to church? Talk about God. This is like, in a way, you just gotta figure out how you can incorporate your personality. Okay, obviously don't be somebody you're not, and try to incorporate that into your sales calls. Because people at the end of the day, they buy from people. And I can assure you, just doing this, incorporating your personality, building friendships with this guy, that's gonna be what's gonna move the needle, get you the closure of him, right? You're gonna be able to get more clients this way. I do want to remind you, don't get carried away either. It's important, obviously, to build trust, to build that emotional connection, make them see you as a friend, their ideal friend, but don't go overboard. You're on a sales call. Your goal is to make them see you also as a person that can solve their problems, whether it's their social media problems, whether it's growing their business, whatever it is, right? That's the most fundamental reason you're in sales call. So don't get carried away, but remember, it's an important element, building that trust. The last thing I want to talk about is long-term client satisfaction. Okay, now you close your clients. How do you not make them churn? The reason I have very low churn rate is because my clients, they don't see me as an employee. They see me as a friend. And with friends, you don't give up on friends. You help each other grow, right? And we don't beat around the bush, right? We're honest as can be. We don't sugarcoat things, all right? Sometimes my clients are lazy. I'm like, dude, what the hell's going on here? I told you I needed this, and that from you. Why haven't you got this from me back? Okay, and like, oh shit, I get back to it. I'm like, my bad, Raul. Also, when I'm doing bad maybe a week, maybe I haven't got them as much clients as they could be getting, right? Maybe the week before was good. And remind you, Raul, what's going on? This week you're a bit slow. Like, why am I not getting as many clients as I could? Okay, so these are things that we keep each other accountable on, because we see each other as friends, and friends don't give up on one another. We help each other win. Clients trust me a lot because I'm always real with them. I never sugarcoat things, and they know I got their back. That's how you build long-term relationships. And the way you make these people your friends is with being authentic, being your true self. Look, the bottom line is this: stop hiding behind scripts. Stop following what the flock of sheep are doing. Deviate from the norm, because if you don't deviate from the norm, you're gonna blend in. People buy from you, they give you a shot is because they like you. Your personality is what sets you apart from every other agency out there. I do want to remind you that this video is more applicable if you're still starting now, or if you're trying to get you tens of thousands of dollars a month. Once you get you $100,000 a month, right? It's a completely new monster, right? Because you're gonna have way more clients. You're not gonna be able to build that one-on-one connection with all of them. Maybe you're gonna have to have sales rep, multiple sales rep with different types of personalities, right? You can't just influence the whole agency with your personality, right? But to a certain extent, you shouldn't deviate that far away from what got you $200,000 in the first place a month, right? Your personality will still be at the core. Maybe when you're building your content, maybe you're not directly in sales calls, but when you're building that content out, you can still do that yourself. That can still be reflective of who you are as an agency owner. Maybe you might not be involved in the day-to-day operations, but you can still train your sales rep to have the same attitude you had, right? The same professionalism, or I guess personality you had while growing your agency. And for you guys that still haven't reached $10,000 a month with your agency, I recommend you watch this video. It'll give you the right information needed in order to scale your agency past 10K a month. Thank you.